And welcome to Tracking the Week. On Monday, the Nigeria Police Force summoned Joe Ajero, the National President of the Nigeria Labour Congress, for questioning over allegations of terrorism financing, cybercrime and other related offences. The invitation letter, which was signed by ACP Adamu Muazu on behalf of the Deputy Commissioner of Police Intelligence Response Team, warned that a warrant of arrest will be issued if Ajero fails to comply. The letter said that the office is investigating a case of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, subversion and cybercrime in which he was implicated. He was therefore required to report for an interview on Tuesday, 28 August 2024 at the Old Abattoir by Guzape Junction, Abuja, through the team leader in connection with the above investigation. The leader was informed that if failed to honor the invitation, the office will have no choice but to issue a warrant for his arrest. Still on Monday, Ogun State government declared Tuesday, August 20th as public holiday to celebrate this year's Isheshe Day, in line with Dapo Abiodun-led administration's firm belief in religious inclusivity. According to a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the Governor on Media and Strategy, Honorable Kayode Akimade, the Work-Free Day will allow traditional worshippers across the state to commemorate their special day. The statement added that the Ogun State remains an exemplary federating unit with enviable level of religious cohesion and harmony, even in the face of diversity. It therefore urged traditional worshippers in the state to celebrate in moderation and respect the rights of other religions in the course of celebration, so as to sustain the inherent culture of religious tolerance in the state. The statement also charged their adherents to use the special festive period to pray for peace and economic advancement in Ogun State and Nigeria at large, adding that prayers contribute immensely to the success of every nation. On Tuesday, President Bola Tinubu and other eminent Nigerians lauded the contributions of the Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetokun to internal security across Nigeria. Tinubu, who was represented alongside other dignitaries, spoke at the book launch honoring achievement of the incumbent Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun. President Tinubu, who was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF Senator George Akume, said the book represents a testament to the IGP's leadership and a valuable resource for future generations. He commended IGP for his dedication and visionary leadership to peace, security, and policing in Nigeria, adding that the book is a significant milestone in the quest for a more robust, responsive, and people-friendly policing system in Nigeria. The book, titled Securing Nigeria: A Sustainable Approach, highlights the IGP's visionary leadership, innovative policing strategies, and commitment to community engagement, which was published by Society for Peace Studies and Practice. Other dignitaries in their goodwill messages lauded the intellectual sagacity and high level of professionalism of the Inspector General of Police, adding that the security situation in the country is getting better. The ceremony brought together dignitaries, security experts, academics, and stakeholders to celebrate the IGP's achievement and reflect on the future of policing in Nigeria. Still on Tuesday, the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice AGF stunned the Court of Appeal with a revelation that it was not in possession of the case file for the trial of former Chief Justice of Nigeria, Samuel Walter Nkanu Onogen, 5 years after the conclusion of the trial. Onogen was prosecuted in 2019 by the federal government on false declaration of assets at the Code of Conduct Tribunal, found guilty and removed from office. He was also made to forfeit the undeclared assets to the federal government. However, at the Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja, the representative of the federal government, Tijani Ghazali, told the appellate court that not a single paper in respect of the trial and conviction of ex-AJN was with the Federal Ministry of Justice. Ghazali, a senior advocate of Nigeria, informed the three-man panel of justices billed to hear the appeal of Onogen that the trial of the former CJN was contracted to a Kano-based private lawyer, Aliyu Umar San. He explained that the said private senior lawyer who prosecuted the case from the beginning to the end had died 4 years ago. The federal government lawyer therefore appealed to the courts to grant an adjournment to enable the government to approach the chambers of the late private lawyer to retrieve necessary documents to respond to the appeal. According to him, virtually all the processes served on the AGF in 2019 were taken to a private lawyer. Besides, Ghazali said that the matter was being looked into from another perspective with a view to working out an amicable resolution of issues in dispute to the new Attorney General of the Federation. On Wednesday, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, said Nigeria needs to attract more resources that it has to fund its development agenda. For this to happen, the nation must develop a sound financial system with integrity. He spoke at the management retreat of the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit in Abuja, noting that the 2050 Agenda of National Aspiration requires investment at least $100 billion annually to achieve a GDP per capita of $33,000 or more by 2050. The minister revealed that the current financing level is smaller than that, but explained that President Bola Tinubu's administration had undertaken bold and courageous economic reforms to boost its revenue. To buttress his point, he cited the $20 billion federal budget size, which he said was too small compared with other countries like Brazil and Indonesia, which have similar population sizes and have $750 billion and $210 billion budget respectively. The minister explained that Nigeria needs a sound financial system to attract domestic and foreign investment to finance its development plan. Still on Wednesday, the Federal High Court in Abuja issued a temporary order halting implementation of the scrapping of the Higher National Diploma (HND) in Pharmaceutical Technology by the National Board for Technical Education (NBTE) and the Pharmaceutical Council of Nigeria (PCN). Justice Peter Alifu ordered the NBTE and PCN to put their decision against HND on pharmaceutical technology on hold until a legal action instituted against them by 6 aggrieved Nigerians is fully determined. The judge said that since the NBTE and PCN have become aware of the pendency of the suit against them and even joined issues with those who filed the case against them, they should maintain status quo till the suit is fully determined. Specifically, Justice Lifu ordered that no step must be taken by any of the parties on the subject matter until he has taken final decision on the dispute. The judge had earlier ordered the NBTE and PCN to appear before him and explain the rationale behind the move to scrap the award of Higher National Diploma Pharmaceutical Technology in all institutions in Nigeria. He ordered them to appear before him for the defense, but the matter could not proceed due to non-completion of service of processes filed. However, the 6 plaintiffs, through the lawyer, moved on ex parte application, praying the court for permission to join the Minister of Education in the suit. The plaintiffs told the court that the decision to join the Education Minister was informed by the fact that the ministerial meeting where the resolution to scrap the HND certificate in pharmaceutical technology was conveyed at his instance. After taking argument of the lawyer, Justice Lifu fixed September 11 for ruling in the application. On Thursday, a valedictory session of the Supreme Court of Nigeria was held in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, for the outgoing Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola. Former President Muhammadu Buhari appointed Ariwoola as acting CJN in June 2022, following the resignation of Justice Tanko Mohammed on health grounds. Justice Ariwoola was subsequently sworn in October of the same year following his confirmation by the Senate. Ariwoola was appointed a Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria in 2011. He was a Justice of the Court of Appeal between 2005 and 2011 after having been elevated from the State High Court of Oyo State. The event brought together eminent legal practitioners from the bar and bench across Nigeria. On his remarks, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi-San, described Justice Olukayode Ariwoola as an outstanding jurist, a communal personality who prioritizes the need of the people. Fagbemi added that through his numerous and outstanding contributions to the legal profession, he said present administration under Tinubu remains committed to changing the narrative in the judicial sector and place it as the best in the global community. Other speakers at the event equally eulogized the contributions of the Chief Justice of Nigeria to legal profession and political development in Nigeria. Still on Thursday, the All Progressive Congress-led Caretaker Committee chairman in Rivers State, Tony Okocha, announced that the party will not participate in the October 5, 2024 local government elections. Disclosing the developments during an enlarged APC stakeholders meeting in Port Harcourt, the state capital, Okocha said the processes of conducting the elections did not follow the law. The meeting was attended by leading members of the party in the state, including its former chairman, Ojukaye Omachere, and Senator Wilson Ake, amongst others. He said the party had gone to court to stop all the processes of conducting a local government election, while insisting that the party in the state would no longer allow itself to be dragged into the opposition. Okocha accused the Emeka Beke-led faction of the party of working in synergy with the state government to oust the committee. Some party stakeholders also urged other factional members to close ranks and join the approved ESCO NWC to move the party forward. The Caretaker Committee chairman also disclosed that recently his position was renewed by the National Working Committee, adding that his tenure will expire on December 5, 2024. On Friday, President Bola Tinubu charged Justice Kekere Ekun to be faithful and loyal to the Constitution when discharging her duty as the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria. The President also encouraged her to defend the judiciary independence and promote course of justice, strengthen mechanisms for integrity, discipline and transparency in the judicial sector, as well as pursue other reforms or initiatives to sustain public confidence in the judiciary. The President gave the charge during the swearing-in of the acting CJN at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. It was a solemn assembly as the acting Chief Justice of the Federation mounted the podium as the President decorated her with the hood of the Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, GCON. In the presence of the bench and the bar as well as other government functionaries, Justice Kekere Ekun held the Quran while taking the oath of allegiance and office. Elated, President Tinubu, who administered the oath, acknowledged that the position of the CJN comes with enormous responsibilities as the lead of all judicial institutions in the country. He, however, wants the occupant of the position to imbibe the highest level of integrity in the discharge of duties, given the finality of the Supreme Court judgment. The acting CJN, who will now wait for the confirmation of her appointment by the Senate, assured of her resolve to take the judiciary to greater heights. She also spoke about the battered image and integrity of the judiciary, saying her administration will work to improve on its reputation and make sure that people have more confidence in the judiciary. Still on Friday, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, declared that the ministry will not propose any new projects for the 2025 fiscal year, aiming to minimize or eliminate the occurrence of abandoned projects. This is just as he decried 16 trillion naira funding gap on an ongoing over 4,000 projects he claimed the current administration inherited. The minister made this pronouncement during a media briefing in Abuja, marking his first year in office. Umahi disclosed that the ministry would not propose new projects for the 2025 fiscal year unless otherwise dictated by the President, stressing that he asked the Ministry of Finance to provide funds for the completion of the ongoing project. The minister further explained that inflation had contributed significantly to the rising cost of most of the project, and it will be in the nation's best interest. Umahi reiterated the federal government commitment to completing the project, asserting that all legal and procedural requirements were followed. The minister further highlighted initiatives aimed at ensuring value for money in government projects, including the removal of the Consumer Price Index from all contracts and the introduction of inflow pricing. Additionally, Umahi outlined the ministry's new 4-way project provision, which mandates that 4 field staffs be on site to monitor project execution. And that's all we have on Tracking the Week.